Hey guys, my Raspberry Pi has finally arrived. Okay, Raspberry Pi. I've got something. Oh, it's the HDMI cable, power supply. So you can buy kits. They've got lots of different things. I believe that's the case. And alright, okay, so the Raspberry Pi is in here. This is the power supply, and this is the HDMI cable. Now, if you've been watching my videos recently, you'll know why I'm buying this. This is for an arcade system I'm going to build. There's a lot of people out there doing some great things with the Raspberry Pi. It's not something I've really ventured into yet, but I'm hoping to change that. And over the next few days, I'm hoping to work on this and kind of, build a useful little arcade system from this. So here I have the Raspberry Pi 3, and I've got the case that I'm going to be using it with it. Now, the Raspberry Pi 3 is quite impressive. You'll see a list of the different names here if I bring you down. The one I've got is Model B. The specs are quite impressive for such a small device. It's quad-core, 1.2 gigahertz processor, 1 gigabytes of RAM. It's got 4 USB 2.0 ports. It's got full-size HDMI, which is why I've got an extra cable. And what else has it got? It's got a micro SD slot. The original version had full SD. So, let's see what you get when you get the Raspberry Pi 3 Model B. You've got a very large instruction manual, quick start guide. Look at this, it's like a little lunch bag. It's quite cool. And there it is there. Very, very small. And to put it into perspective, as the size of my phone, there is the Raspberry Pi 3 Model B. So, some things are apparent at the front. You've got an Ethernet port. You've got 4 USB 2.0 ports. It has a Bluetooth module built in. It has Wi-Fi built in as well. And you've got HDMI there, and it looks like a 3.5mm headphone jack. We've also got, which looks like micro B for a USB. And I believe this has a micro SD port somewhere, or when you build it into the case it does, but I'm not sure where that is. Oh, there it's there. The micro SD port is there. So you've got micro SD, micro B, USB power, HDMI, 3.5mm, Ethernet, 4 USB, and then obviously connection ports. So we'll get this case open. Now, you can buy an Essentials Raspberry Pi kit that comes with the power supply, that comes with an official case, and it comes with 16 gigabyte micro SD card that comes with the software installed. But I didn't think 16 gigabyte was going to be enough for me. So what I did instead was buy the parts separately. I didn't get the official case. This is just a little, this is one that came with this particular, it was like a package. And yeah, I've went for 128 gigabytes. So it cost me, I've got a really fast one as well, just because in the future it means I could put it on my phone if necessary. And I believe that's the bottom. Let me see, where would the USB ports be? Okay, so yeah. So the idea is, if I can get it, I'm not lining these up properly here. I'm being an idiot. Okay, so now I've not sat it down properly yet. I'm just trying to get an idea of the size, etc. This is what's going to be my arcade system. This is going to be my little Pi, my Retro Pi arcade. It's a very, very small device, and it could be a little bit smaller, but you obviously want to have a little bit of room in there. You can buy things like heat sinks, things like that to cool it down. I don't think I'm going to be overclocking it. I don't plan on doing that, but you never know, maybe down the line I would. I think I need to set that down properly. Now you can pick up these kind of cases, like if you order from Amazon, they're about £4 or £5. If you order from China, like $1 or $2. It's much cheaper if you can wait. There's a lot of cool cases out there as well. You know, like retro style cases, custom cases. A lot of people are printing their cases, the plastic. Let's see the charger. So with regards to the charger, I've went with the official one, and the reason being there are a couple of packages out there where you can buy the Raspberry Pi and it comes, you know, it seems like a little bit cheaper and it comes with its own power supply and all that. And if it seems too good to be true, it's because, well, sometimes it still works out cheaper, but the power supply being supplied in a lot of other packages, it's not the official one, and a lot of people are complaining. They're complaining about it. So I've got European adapter there. I don't need that. I need the big 3-prong UK one. So you can see micro B for power. In fact, let's turn it on and see if any wee flashy lights come on. Now, as I said, I've ordered a micro SD card. It's not arrived yet, but what I'll maybe do, depends when it arrives. It should hopefully arrive in a day. If for any reason it doesn't arrive, what I'll do is use one for my camera and I'll set it up just so I can figure it all out. The cable for the official power supply actually seems quite a good size. Now, if you look down here, you can see I've not aligned it properly. The case in there needs to be a little bit lower. So I've not pushed it down. Obviously, my first time doing this, I'm trying to be a little bit careful with I'm not too bothered about the case. I'm worried more about the actual Raspberry Pi. If the case breaks, I'll just buy another one for $1 or $2. You know, it's not something for me to worry about. And for the life of me, I can't get it open. There we go. So I need to push these down. There we go, that's it down at the bottom now. Now, how this fits into a case will depend on what case you buy. I suspect the official case, there's a white and red one and a black one, and I suspect those ones fit a little bit better, but I like the idea of this, you know, this little case. So there, it's powered on. I've actually got some spare HDMI cables, but Amazon Basics, a few pounds. I decided to get another cable. That's here. So the idea being, if you haven't worked it out, is I'll put my micro SD card in. That will have the image on it with all the games, all the ROMs, all the system information, all the data. I power it up. I put the HDMI cable in here. Put the other side to my television. And then what I'll do is I'll take a controller and then I'll play lots of games from my childhood and reminisce. So there we go. That's the Raspberry Pi Model B. Version 2 it says on it, if you can see. It says it there. Very, very small. I quite like this case, just I like the simplicity of it, and I like the fact that you can see what's inside. Now, I'll talk about controllers in another video, but for the time being, I haven't ordered some because I was planning on getting some retro controllers, etc. But what I want to do is try out the controllers I've got just now first and see how they work out. And then after that, I will look at my options and, you know, see what's happening. I was tempted to look at, you know, buy lots of different controllers and get lots of different accessories and build it all from the start. But what I want to do is, you know, become familiar with this, become accustomed to how it works, get it all set up, and then bit by bit, try different accessories, try different, you additional components that you can buy and attach them and things like that. And hopefully, if I do become more experienced with it, I can do some tutorials for you guys and explain how it all works. Thanks for watching, guys. This has been a first look at the Raspberry Pi 3 Model B, 1GB of RAM, wireless LAN, Bluetooth 4.1. This little baby is going to power an unbelievable, if I can talk, unbelievable arcade system. So I'm really keen on getting this started. And once my memory card comes in tomorrow, the next day, I'll get this built up and hopefully we'll get some classic retro gaming at the weekend. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions, please let me know. And until next time, take care.